How do you attack them?
I think we're gonna do what we got to do, and you look at what they've done right now. They're young up front, but they're extremely big and fast, and in the back, I know they've got a lot of hype, and they've talked a little bit about they think that this might be their overall best secondary back seven that they've had in the history of their school. So they've got great players. We just got to go out and execute our game. I think our players understand that if we go out and we just execute, that's all we're asking our players to make sure we do, and play mistake-free football. And I think we'll have an opportunity to be successful if we can do that.
I think Jamion had 9 targets last week, 10 going into last week. Was it a conscious decision to maybe get him some more reps heading into the SEC play?
I think the biggest thing with what you do is you look at teams and you look at how they play you. And we've had this conversation with many players in the past, but sometimes the teams that you play, they might be giving you more of the outside game with your wide receivers, and you got to take advantage of it. In the first couple of teams we played, I did that. They gave us the opportunity to throw the ball a little bit more to the outside perimeter guys, and in this past week we had an opportunity based on their defensive coverage to work the inside a little bit more. So, Jamion had a good day for us and a productive day. So, in order for us to be productive on the perimeter, I'm relying on six, 7 wide receivers out there weekly to be able to help us on the perimeter. And I think if we can execute at a high level and make big plays. We talked about in my room, we've got to make 5 big plays at 20-plus yards every game we're shooting for. We didn't do it this last week, and obviously, if we can do that, we feel strong that we'll be able to put points up on the board.
When you look at the numbers, it seems that the offense has been pretty balanced. Do you like that balance?
I do. You've got a ton of weapons, I think, right now. And when I say weapons, guys that can do their job. We'll always stress about do their job. And I think right now you look across in the running back position. Coach Knox is doing a great job of rotating guys. You got one ball out there, and whether it's Dak or whether it's Josh or Brandon or Shump or Nick coming out of the backfield, we feel strong about all those guys. And like I said, on the perimeter, we're rotating guys in right now. And part of it in the first part of the couple games, we're trying to get some of these young guys reps. So now that we've hit SEC play, it's not, oh, look at these bright lights. It's they've already been there, done it. And again, because you need those guys on the perimeter. I don't think you can play a game nowadays and go full speed with the same guy going, not full speed with 100%. So you've got to be able to have guys that you feel comfortable with taking multiple reps for you as well.
It doesn't show in the stat sheet, but your guys made some pretty vigorous blocks last weekend. Robert Johnson, Malcolm Johnson, those guys. The downfield blocking really opened up the running game and extra gains on their passing
And we
game.
expect that. One of the things that Coach Mullen has an emphasis on in the wide receivers and the tight ends, Coach Salek does a great job with it. They know regardless, I don't care who you are, if you're not going to block, you're not going to play. And, if you're blocking, you're going to be able to probably grade out a champion. If you're going to grade out a champion, you're going to be the starter in the game. So those guys all take great pride in it. And we know, again, like I said, we want to make 5 big plays in our room, but also being able to create plays on the perimeter to have those running backs spring and make a big play. And a lot of that's due to downfield blocking. If they can break through the first part, we got to do our job on the back end, help them get in the end zone.
What do you see